What's going on, guys? So, I got a bit of a story today. Recently, in school, I contributed to getting one of my teachers fired. And I know that sounds pretty bad, or, sounds pretty cool depending if you're a fucking rebel or something, I don't know. But it's a bit of a weird story. I don't know. I find it kind of odd, kind of out of the ordinary. So I had this business kind of class. You really don't know what it was for, and I mainly used it for study hall because I have a job and I sometimes don't get my homework done at fucking school or at home per se. That's what I meant, at home. And I would go to this class and just fucking do my homework because, might as well. That's why I got it in the first place, because I didn't want to, yeah, you get the idea. So, thinking that, we won't do much because most electives you don't do much of anything at all. And I'm starting getting to the end of my high school career, so I don't need as much electives to take. So this is the only elective that I had at the time because I was in basketball, so that counted as an elective. And her class, okay, at first it seemed pretty good because when she introduced herself and all that, she seemed like a nice lady. And I have nothing against her really, but when someone's a shitty teacher, when they start, I don't know, talking crap about their students and deliberately right in front of them, it happened quite often. So a couple weeks go around and it starts to getting to the point where she was giving us actual assignments instead of us having a work day, quote unquote work day. We just worked on whatever, stayed busy on the computers and stuff. So that's when I did my homework, and then finally she started doing this thing where she would actually have us do stuff about businesses, I don't know, just making resumes and all that. I'm just like damn, this is what this class is? I really didn't know. I didn't read anything on it. That's probably stupid on my part, but and I was in a class full of older individuals and kind of on the urge of dropping out kids, because I guess that's what that class was, because it was also a dual credit for kids who work too. So if you work and get 15, I think it was 15 hours every week, then you get your credit for it. It's kind of like a credit recovery, I guess. But so I didn't need credit recovery to begin with. That was a dumb reason why I was in there. So she kind of treated me as I was a bad individual, like most of these kids were, and it was really dumb. I just she would start yelling at me if I didn't do something right. This is why you're not gonna make it in life. You don't listen. I'm like, geez, maybe be a little bit clear on your instruction, because apparently no one in the classroom knew what you were talking about. So she goes on to that and she starts getting worse. She starts handing out assignments, big old packets, and giving us no instruction whatsoever. Just there's instructions in the packet, but it's not clear. I've showed numerous teachers the packet and they said it's not very clear, and they gave me what they would do, and they gave me their opinion on how to go forward with the packet. I do it. It was not right, to her at least. It was it was shit. She called it shit. So I don't take offense to things normally. I don't get triggered real easy, but that kind of made me mad, because it's just really, you just been going after me. Everything I do, I type my name in a font that you don't want. I type something in a format you don't want. Just and it's not even go-to formats like MLA or something. It's just her, I guess you can say, her version of format. I don't know. It is ridiculous. But she was giving us a very hard time, sending us out of class if we barely argued. Just talk to her, she gets real angry, and it's really annoying, because we can't solve anything if we can't talk, especially when you're high school kids and you got a bit of mental intelligence, you got social skills, you could talk things out, and it's a part of learning. We're not fucking elementary kids. She didn't want it. She didn't like it. Send you away, told you to go back to your seat, give you a write-up, the usual. And she would talk about her politics and stuff, and for the most part I agree with it, but I don't think it's professional to be talking about politics in school, especially if you're a teacher. Maybe if there's a class or I don't know, some kind of club maybe, but this was just a elective class, so and it was about business, but she was going into a lot more than just business politics, and she was giving her opinion and stuff, and I don't care. I really don't. And I see other people, they did care, and they were getting a little pissed off because these kids were kind of dumb. So of course they're gonna get offended by it. Send this one kid out of class, and then he was trying to say it's because he's black, and it was a big mess. Big mess. And a lot of kids were complaining to the principal about this teacher, and the principal can't really do much. I mean, I'd hate to like give hate to the guy, but you know, he can only do so much. I'm pretty sure he set her aside, talked to her, maybe had a meeting with her, something like that, meeting with the student and all that. So my teacher, my business teacher, she was gone for a good 2 weeks because she was having surgery. I have no idea. I think that's why she was being really pissy for the last 2 months before she had her surgery. And so she was gone, and we had a sub, like a long-term sub, because it ended up going to a month where she wasn't there, but she said 2 weeks, but it was a long-term sub, and she introduced herself. The sub was really nice, and she was like wondering why we weren't doing these packets. She didn't understand them because she was trying to help us, because you know, being a decent sub, actually trying to interact with the kids instead of just sitting behind a desk playing on your phone. She was trying to, you know, get into what we were doing and help us, and she realized that it was complete bullcrap. Like, it's set up for failure almost. That's how she put it in her own words, and I totally agree with that. So this sub became like a revolution kind of person, because she was like, you guys need to stand up and give as many complaints, get your parents to complain. You gotta start writing start writing letters to like the board of education. I don't even know, like, she's just going crazy. She was in on it too. She was like talking to the principal. She had us, instead of doing the assignment that the original teacher assigned us, she made us screw that paper, throw it away, and she made us write what she has done that seems unprofessional or not teacher authority like. And I went off because I was mad, because I have no idea, but I was mad, and I said, you know, she called me a failure, you know, everything I did was wrong. Like, I had a pretty low grade in her class, and to be honest, you shouldn't be having a low grade in a class that especially is an elective that you go every single day. I missed probably like 2 days of that class out of like the entire year. And yeah, we like did that. We sent that to Mr. Luck, my principal, and she emailed the teacher saying, like, you know, all this and this, and my teacher got mad and probably like she bit back. You know, they were arguing, so it was a bit more of a mess. This was the end of it last year, my junior year, and she came back. She was like saying like how she didn't like that sub, and we're like, oh yeah, she was pretty bad, because we didn't want to like say we were part of like her little sabotage to her career. Plus, this teacher didn't really care that she was a teacher. She had other jobs for her. Like, she's a business person, so she said she could get paid way more somewhere else, but the hours is probably, it was a bad thing for her, and she didn't like that. So that's why she was a teacher. She could have been like I forgot what she said. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, the year ends off. She was all happy. We didn't even do the final she made us study for. Like, we were supposed to have an interview with like CEOs of like big companies, and it would be nerve-wracking, and it was, I just did not like that. We had to type a resume. I typed a resume for no reason, because we didn't even have to do that. She just made us do this packet that was really easy, and she was like a good mood. I don't know, I think it was her surgery, and I was honestly surprised. It was amazing. I felt bad for, you know, saying all that stuff about her. But summer goes by. The new year this year, or last year, started, and I didn't really check in on her or like go to that part of the school to see if she was there. Like, I didn't need to. But like at a football game that I went to, she was there, and she said hi, you know, how you doing and all that. I was like, oh hi. I was like, how's your business professionals of America, because that's the club she was originally in. That's the reason why she was there. She's like, oh, I got fired from Goddard. And I was like, oh shoot, that's not good. And I was like, oh, why for? And she's like, well, I got too many complaints, essentially. She's like, it's all right though. She's like, I had a class full of knuckleheads. She's like, I'm glad you weren't one of them. And I was just like shaking my head, only if she knew. So yeah, I guess you could say I contributed to getting her fired. Feel really bad. I hope she's doing okay career wise. I'm pretty sure she could get a way better job. She even said so I'm gonna take her word for it. And yeah, so, you know, maybe don't over exaggerate on your teachers, because it can get them fired if you really wanted them to. This substitute probably ruined her teaching career. So yeah, anyways, that's the end of the story. See you guys later.